Hello and happy Tuesday, which is my book reviews day. And today I want to talk to you about It Sustains by Mark Morris, a title that is coming up on its 10th anniversary, as published by Earthling Publications back in spring of 2013. So right around the corner. I picked this copy up from them as a dinged copy, signed by Mark Morris there, but it's a PC copy, limited to 500 copies. And the numbered edition is still available online, which, I mean, for a nice little signed novella for $35, pretty good price. But, let me tell you about the book first, and you can decide from there. First of all, gorgeous illustrations by Edward Miller here on the cover. Just an awesome image that really pulled me in, intrigued me. And I know you say you can't judge a book by its cover, but what an intriguing cover that is. The actual quality of the book is exactly what you would expect from Earthling Publications, aka superior quality. For a 10-year-old book, I mean, it's a very nice bound title, nice little stamping on the spine and the cover, well constructed, even has some nicer end papers. You can see a little design on there. It has a nice introduction by Sarah Pinborough. Now, I have not read anything by Mark Morris before, but Sarah Pinborough really kind of welcomes me in. She praises his first title, Toady, and talks about there being similarities between Toady and It Sustains. And I'm not going to lie, I do kind of want to go and read Toady just to see how that one is. Mostly because I wasn't as impressed with this title, which is weird. If you say you're not impressed, it doesn't usually lead to, hey, I want to go read his first full-length novel. But for me, it does, and I'll explain why. This, being novella length, is about 130 pages, and I feel like it would benefit from having more pages. Like the first 10 pages are just the introduction alone, and you finally get, the book starts on page 12, and it's coming of age story about Adam. Adam is a new boy in town. He had some very tragic event that recently occurred in his family, and so him and his father, and just based on that, I think you can understand what the tragic event is. Him and his father moved to another town. They moved from one pub. They own and operate a pub in the original town, moved to a new town to operate a pub in there. And it's a coming-of-age story, but it's also very much a story of grief. And I feel very sympathetic to Adam. I feel very bad for the character. And the first probably like 2/3 are very much a coming-of-age story. And it's a good coming-of-age story. It's not a bad one, but it's being marketed and sold as a horror novella, and the horror takes too long to actually start. The horror starts about halfway to 2/3 of the way through. The last third is kind of batshit crazy, and it's a very good, last third of a horror novella. I just kind of wish that it had started sooner, and that's why I kind of want to check out Toady, being a full-length novel. Because I usually feel that novellas are a great way to first read an author. You get a good taste for their language, how they're going to present their story to you, and it gives you a nice little taste for what you can expect. And Mark Morris does make me want to read more after reading It Sustains. The novella itself wasn't phenomenal, but it made me intrigued for more of his works. It's kind of a weird, conflicting thing, but hopefully that makes sense to you. I felt like it could have been more fleshed out. It could have gone on longer. Again, the dust jacket here, the blurb would say, who is the figure at the top of the stairs? Whose is the face in the mirror? What is the thing in the pond? It's, very quick of like this occurrence, this occurrence, this occurrence. And those occurrences happen just as quick in the novel, the novella. And just as quick as they happen, they're gone. And that's why I'm like, man, you got to give me more than that. Like, it's blink and you get to the next page and you're back to like him kind of questioning what the hell's going on. And when the end of the novel does come around, it's very chaotic in the horror genre there, but it's too little too late. But not too little too late that I left hating the novella. It wasn't bad. It left me wanting more, which is kind of why I want to go read Toady now. So copies of this are still available, which is crazy because it's going on 10 years. I don't think there are any dinged copies left, and I don't even know what the ding was on this. I mean, it's got a little wear for me reading it, but there wasn't really any noticeable dings. That I could tell, at least. But I mean, for $35, you can't go wrong. But like I said, I wouldn't expect like a 5-star novella. I mean, it's like a sampler plate. It gives you just a little bit to make you want to read more Mark Morris, but not necessarily enough that It Sustains will fill you up. But anyways, gorgeous artwork by Edward Miller on the cover here. There's no interior artwork, but that's A-okay. Copies are still available through Earthling Publications for $35, which, I mean, considering the quality of it, is still not bad. And maybe, you know, if you check out Earthling Publications, maybe Paul Miller might find some more dinged copies along the way or do a sale. Who knows? Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you around next time.